You fought well. Even better than during training.
We were all together. But then...
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down the men and women in video games who defined the last 20 years with undeniable pixelated sex appeal.
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Joanna Dark. Perfect Dark. A futuristic super spy with major femme fatale energy, complete with an all-in-one tight as hell leather jumpsuit. Yeah, Miss Dark was tailor-made for the early gaming scene. A callback to the sexy secret agents of spy thrillers past. Joanna's main exploits may have been conducted via FPS, but her allure is undeniable. Even more so when you include that fiery hairstyle of hers that she was rocking in Perfect Dark Zero. Just because she's more inclined to shoot than seduce doesn't mean we can't appreciate her time as Rare's most dazzling heroine.
So, boss, how'd I do?
Perfect.
Lulu, Final Fantasy X.
You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
We all know that the heart of this game is the love story between its starstruck leads. It's sweet, it's beautiful, it's tragic, but let's be honest, anytime Lulu appeared on screen, she instantly grabbed our attention. Sultry, sarcastic, and adorned in one of Final Fantasy's most freeing attires, Lulu manages to mesh eye candy whilst also being a decent magic caster for the group. She's the party's resident ice queen and motherly figure, all rolled into one, who will likely cast a curse on you if you stare too long.
The faith is inside. Go do what you came to do.
Rain. Blood Rain.
And it's only a matter of time before these things find a way in. I did. And what if your ammo runs out?
Vampires have and always will walk the line between gruesome and alluring, though few have managed to encapsulate that more than this brutal bloodsucker. Whether she's eliminating other vampires or members of the Third Reich, Rain not only makes it seem easy, but looks good while doing it. Might have something to do with her signature leather corset, choker, crimson hair, as well as those twin blades of hers. She's as menacing as she is sensual, which is why her appeal has endured to this day, despite the dismal fate of her franchise. Jade, Beyond Good and Evil.
Secundo, we're stuck here. No hovercraft, no shield. Optima has cut off the power. The account is empty.
Half the reason fans have been so desperate for a sequel to this classic of the genre was thanks to how engrossing the world, combat, and narrative Beyond Good and Evil offered upon debut. The other half is very much due to how endearing its Emerald Fireball of the lead was. Inquisitive, handy in the fight, and armed with her iconic green attire, Jade lived up to her name in numerous ways, shining as a character and in the hearts of retro gamers everywhere.
Don't ask me. All I know is how much he meant to me.
Janette Tes, Vampire, The Masquerade, Bloodlines.
I'm the name on all the men's room walls. When I pout, the whole world tries to make me smile. And everyone always wants to know who is that girl.
Vampire Psychosis. You'd think such a thing would be terrifying, but thanks to the contrasting looks and personalities of these sisters, they somehow made it dangerously attractive. Janette is the party girl always up for a bloody good time. Therese is the no-nonsense politician rocking the glasses and suit combo. While you're free to pick your poison, the real kicker comes with the reveal that the two are actually twin personalities sharing the same body. The choice is yours if you'd rather have one version dominate the other, or allow both Janette and Therese to flourish together.
He'll help you because I'll ask him to. But you must keep your tongue tied tight about what happened this night. Understand?
Ada Wong, Resident Evil 4.
Luis Serra. And I thought I was high maintenance.
We could go on all day about Leon Kennedy and his flawless hair, but when it comes to femme fatales in video games, there are none who can match the likes of Ada Wong. And that's especially true when it comes to her time in the franchise's apex entry. She's a scene stealer, a double agent as likely to kiss you as she is to kill you, and we're never truly sure whether she's playing Leon like a fiddle or amping up the sexual tension out of habit. Ada has always been a catch, as uncatchable as she is, but nowhere is that better demonstrated than in this landmark game.
Better get a move on. See you around.
Midna, True Form, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. For the majority of Link's time navigating the Twilight Realm, he's accompanied by Midna, the adorable gremlin with a sharp tongue, sour personality, and mischievous sensibilities. Overall, a great companion. And then the finale happened, where Midna's true form was revealed as Princess of the Twilight Realm. To say she got a glow up is an understatement. Going from an imp to a goddess not only in terms of height but also overall risque, Midna's true form honestly made us forget who Zelda even was.
You forget we built space. Hot for with horse?
Nathan Drake, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune.
Man only interested in the climax. He must be a real hit with the ladies.
Never had any complaints.
Is it the best of Drake's adventures? Definitely not. But it did introduce the world to one of gaming's most beloved treasure hunters. Inspired by the likes of Indiana Jones with way more comedic chops amidst the bullets, Nate was an instant hit. It certainly didn't hurt that he was a ruggedly handsome Joker at that. While his characterization would only become more refined in the sequels to come, there's no denying he certainly made a splash throughout his initial romp through the jungle.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You two got a funny idea of romantic.
Juno Eclipse, Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
And keep your ship running and fly you wherever your missions require.
Did Vader tell you that he killed our last pilot?
No. But I can only assume that he gave Lord Vader good reason to do so.
On second thought, maybe turning to the dark side isn't such a bad idea. An officer and ace pilot of the Empire, Eclipse is very much the dark reflection of Leia. Beautiful and beguiling, constantly trying to balance her own moral compass and her duty to those she has sworn to serve, becoming one of the contributing factors that leads protagonist Starkiller to the light. She may be a minor character in the vast tapestry of Star Wars bays, but she's certainly made an impact here. Ezio Auditore da Firenze, Assassin's Creed 2.
Silenzio, my friends! Silenzio! Grazie!
The original Italian stallion, this master assassin continues to outshine his predecessors and successors throughout the course of the franchise and human history. How so? Well, aside from the disarming accent, impeccable grip and eagerness to make both love and war, Ezio is just a compelling character. He's flawed, vengeful, funny, wounded, and yet finds a way to channel it all into this endearing eliminator who is way too easy on the eyes. No wonder none can reach the same heights he could.
Nothing is impenetrable.
This is why we like you, Ezio.
Miranda Lawson, Mass Effect 2.
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better.
She was engineered to be the perfect woman, from her combat skills to her intellect to her looks. The latter speaks for itself. Starting off as a stonewall before mellowing into a trusted companion, Miranda is a great ally to have should you invest the time into her loyalty mission. As for those who chose her as a romance, hoo boy. Let's just say, should Shepard make the right moves, Miranda's not afraid to use what she's got to her advantage, swapping out the icy exterior for something far more sizzling.
Scared, Ms. Lawson?
Cautious, Commander Shepard, but interested.
Adam Jensen, Deus Ex: Human Revolution.
You wanted to see me?
Icarus flew too close to the sun and torched his wings. Adam Jensen ate an explosion, was augmented with cybernetic ligaments, and somehow came out sexier. Maybe it's the voice, maybe it's the built-in shades, maybe it's how he can take a man apart with his bare hands. But even amongst the blood, carnage, and robotics, Adam still finds a way to remain effortlessly attractive. Maybe that's why they added the shower scenes in Mankind Divided.
High-grade combat spec augmentations? Built to be somewhat unnoticeable so you blend in with the civs? Someone spent an awful lot of money creating you.
Lucky me.
Cortana Halo 4.
Wake up, Chief. I need you.
This artificial companion to Master Chief has been around for a number of years, but it was in the 4th mainline entry that Cortana got the mother of all upgrades. Not only was her new enhanced appearance a feast for the eyes, but even in the midst of her suffering colossal glitches, Cortana's borderline sensual interactions with the Chief certainly awoke a few things in Xbox players. Say what you will about Halo 4, but the handling of Cortana was exceptionally well done. And that's not just because of her new high-res graphics. We swear.
How?
Oh, I'm the strangest thing you've seen all day?
Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
I can't just leave him out there alone. I need to get to him.
Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices, Lara. You can't save everyone.
You couldn't ask for a better reboot to one of gaming's most iconic leading ladies. Ironically enough, while Lara's character was greatly expanded and less focus placed in other areas she was known for back in the day, this latest incarnation turned out to be infinitely more desirable. Turns out the hardships, gusto, moments of weakness and near-death experiences not only humanized her, but also made her vastly more relatable, and as a result, quite the fetching survivalist. Who wouldn't want to be stranded on a haunted, danger-filled island with Lara as their partner?
It's beautiful.
Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2. When it comes to style, sex appeal, and savagery, few are as talented in encapsulating all three as this Umbra Witch. While she certainly struck a chord with many during her debut game, for our buck, it's her appearance in the sequel that left us the most starstruck. The blue wardrobe with the shorter hair, she had us under her spell from the first cutscene. Shooting angels, slaying demons with her high heels, and her particular brand of sass was just the cherry on top.
Wonderful. That's the second dress in a month.
Yennefer, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
We can see why Geralt was willing to do so much in order to be reunited with his first love, because Yennefer of Vengerberg is a sorceress like no other. Her silver tongue can cut down anyone just as fast as her White Wolf hubby can slay monsters. Her command of magic is only second to her ability to manipulate her political rivals and entice any to her cause. She might seem a tad prickly on the surface, but after she's established trust, it becomes clear Yennefer has a playful and wild side to her. And yes, we're referring to the stuffed unicorn.
We shall leave together. Go where we please, do whatever strikes our fancy. So, coming with?
Widowmaker, Overwatch. She's an elite assassin who always hits her mark. A feared sniper who has brought countless deaths to both NPCs and online players. She's also adorned in the tightest bodysuit in gaming and speaks like the sauciest French noblewoman you can imagine. Truly living up to her moniker, Widowmaker will blindside you with her beauty, before pulling the trigger. Given how the Overwatch community is more interested in plot than plot these days, it's fair to say this deadly damsel has had quite the effect.
Widowmaker, hold the perimeter.
2B, Nier Automata.
His wondrous grace has become a god.
Forced to wallow in a future bound in deception, sorrow, and death. An android who has encountered the worst of both man and machine, who can cut you down in a nanosecond with that blade of hers. And yet, as soon as 2B steps onto the scene, all sense of moroseness fades as her design is, without question, one of gaming's most enthralling. From the blindfold to her dress, it's techno-gothic at its finest, adding an erotic edge to a world marred in pain. Just how Yoko Taro likes it.
2B, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
Arthur Morgan, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Arthur, isn't it? Arthur Morgan?
Who are you?
Yes, Arthur Morgan. Vanderlyn's most trusted associate.
Random cowboy. Or cowgirl. Or anyone for that matter. The dying West's most beloved gunslinger may not be a saint, but he sure as hell knows how to stir a fire in gamers everywhere. Maybe it's the nuances of his character as he deals with his own sense of honor, as well as both the innocents and ne'er-do-wells around him. Maybe it's that unsurpassed tearjerker of an ending. Or maybe it's the sheer gravitational pull of his voice. Not only is he able to wrangle horses like a champ, but it's fair to say Mr. Morgan stole his share of hearts along the way.
No one to worry about, no one at all. Come on, let's pick up your things and get home.
Dante, Devil May Cry 5.
Guess I get to see it with my own eyes. If it really is you.
This cockiest of devil hunters has been around for over 20 years now, and for the most part he's remained the same. A sly son of a bitch that loves pizza and slaughtering demons. But arguably his greatest appearance came from the franchise's most recent entry. The upgraded visuals certainly didn't hurt his looks, but most importantly of all, we got to see every facet of Dante on display. His complicated relationship with Virgil, his friendship with Trish, the paternal affection he has for Nero, as well as his usual smugness. All held together in a single hybrid demon package that had many a player salivating.
Yeah! Whoa! Yeah!
Megara, Hades.
I don't know what you're up to, Zagreus, but I guess it doesn't matter either way. All that matters is you're not getting past me.
Let's not beat around the bush. The entire cast of Hades are walking thirst traps due to a combination of gorgeous artwork, expertly crafted personalities, and stellar voice work. Though none fan the flames for Zag, or us, more than Meg. The first of the Furies is as lethal with her whip as she is with her voice. Whether she's demanding your surrender, verbally eviscerating you, or compelling you to get on the bed, she'll have you wrapped around her finger before you know it.
First, we set the personal aside when we're out there. I better not hear a soul say I'm going soft on you. And second, keep up this slightly more mature thing you've had going for you recently.
Lady Dimitrescu, Resident Evil Village.
Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
The internet collectively broke when it got a gander at Resident Evil 8's new villainess, and with good reason. Sure, there was certainly an element of fear to her, given that she's a 9-foot-tall vampire matriarch determined to hunt you down. That being said, she's a 9-foot-tall vampire matriarch determined to hunt you down, and we are very okay with that. The arousal of the online sphere aside, Lady D is a killer character in her own right. Her dialogue, the sense of dread she brings, and yes, the height difference. We're not sure how any RE villain is going to top her moving forward.
You lay your filthy man-hands on my daughters, and now you even try to steal my property!
Kratos, God of War Ragnarok. Everyone's favourite Spartan has been taking heads and breaking beds for many a year by this point, but it wasn't until he grew a beard and became a daddy that Kratos transcended, not only as a character, but also as the biggest catch in the entirety of the 9 realms. Maybe it's the beautiful writing, maybe it's Christopher Judge's unholy acting talent, but the added layer of wisdom and tenderness to the former God of War made all the difference. We doubt he's going to remain single come the 3rd game. Astarion, Baldur's Gate 3.
Once everyone's in their bedrolls, we'll slip out of ours and find each other. You're eager, aren't you?
He may be the vampire, but it was the rest of the world that was left thirsty upon Astarion's arrival into their lives. A blood-sucking spawn with razor wit and sass beyond measure, beneath the dark humour and masterful seduction lies a broken soul chained to a cycle of violence and abuse. Whether you prefer your vampiric hubby as a redemptive bad boy or ascended tyrant, Astarion will always find a way to make your heart flutter. Neil Newborn is way too good at his job.
Oh no! Oh God! Well, It was nice when it lasted. I'm sorry. I have to go!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Eve, Stellar Blade.
If the Naytibas were human, we, the ones fighting against humans, must be...
There may not be 1 ounce of subtlety to be found among this artificial entity and her next level jiggle physics, but can you honestly say that Eve isn't easy on the eyes? And that's all before you get into the ridiculous amount of customization that goes into her outfits. Or lack thereof. Controversy aside, Eve certainly succeeds where intended. As a beautiful, bodacious bringer of death, pulling off crazy hack and slash combos with a wardrobe that will leave any and all parties blushing.
I need to think.
Which video game character still has your heart? Let us know in the comments.
Take care, Nero. Adios. In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.